Good morning, children. Welcome back to our chemistry class. I hope you all doing good by God's grace. Today we are going to concentrate on new chapter number 5, topic water. As you all know, life would not have been possible on earth without water. In fact, life originated in water. Water is a source of life. 75% of human body is composed of water. About 70% of earth is covered with water. As the climate changes in recent years has become more severe, the lack of water is getting serious and make people to start to take the lack of water resource seriously. Sources of water. There are two main sources of water. Natural source of water. Natural source of water are ocean, river, ponds, lake and streams. They are the natural sources of water. Otherwise they are called as surface water, which means the water in the large water bodies. The water in the large water bodies like river, ocean, ponds, lakes, streams, they are called as a surface water. Otherwise it is said to be as a natural source of water. Source of water are two types, surface water as well as in groundwater. Groundwater, which means the water under the surface of the earth. Water under the surface of the earth, that is said to be as in underground water, which is pumped out when we required. We are taking a water from the underground, which when we needed, when we required, we are pumped out the water and taking. Example, open wells, tube wells, springs, etc. There are two types of source of water. One is surface water, another one is in groundwater. Surface water, which means a large water bodies, they are called as in surface water. And underground water means a water which present under the surface of the earth. When we required, we are pumped out and using it. As I told earlier, surface water are lake, reservoir, rivers. River demands to create a reservoir. Reservoir stores the water during heavy rain, snow. Underground water is the water present beneath the earth's surface. So underground water which present in the surface of the earth. In the soil, pore which means holes, a minute hole space, and the fluctuations of the rock formation, they are called as in groundwater. States of water. From long back, like last two chapter, we are discussing about the states of matter. States of matter are three types. Three states of matter: solid, liquid and as well as in gaseous state. As you know, water only exists in the three states of water: solid, liquid and as well as in gaseous. It is present in all three states in nature itself. High mountains, polar region are covered with ice. Ocean, lake, river and ponds have water in the liquid state. The atmosphere has a water in the vapor state which is not visible. How do you classify this? Ice, water and stream. Ice, which is present in solid state, water which is present in the liquid state, stream which is present in the gaseous state. So already we have discussed this. Mountain and polar region are covered with ice which is present in the solid state. Ocean, lake, river and ponds have water in the liquid state. The atmosphere has water in the vapor state which is not at all visible. Changes of state. So it is otherwise said to be as an interchangeability of states of water. Otherwise it is said to be as an interconvertible. Of interchangeable or interconversion. So when one state is converted into another state, that is said to be as in changes of state. When solid is converted into a gaseous state directly, it is said to be as in sublimation. When solid is converted into liquid, it is said to be as in melting. A liquid is converting into a solid state, that is called as in freezing. When the liquid is converted into a gaseous state, it is said to be as in boiling. Gas is again converted into a liquid, it is said to be as in condensation. Gas is converted into a solid, it is called as in deposition. So these are the different states of changes. They are called as in the states of water or interchangeability. So one change from one state to another state, the water which is converted into a one state to another state, that is said to be as in the states of water or interchangeability. So already we have discussed about the states of matter. Scientists explain what happens to our body when you drink water every day. So our parts of body which get lubricate, temperature regulation, helps convert food into energy, participates into the process of digestion, good skin. So 65% of our body which consisting of water. Next one, photosynthesis process. As you all know, photo which means light, synthesis means preparing. Photosynthesis is one biochemical reaction in which water plays an active role. Without water, photosynthesis process it won't be takes place. Water is one of the chemical required in the photosynthesis. So what are the things are helpful in the process of photosynthesis means sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, oxygen, and as well as in sugar. So biochemical reaction means a chemical reaction that takes place in the body of living being. So a chemical reaction which takes place in the body of living thing, that is called as an biochemical reaction. For example, digestion and the respiration are the two example for the biochemical reaction. This reaction takes place in solution or required water as a medium. So biochemical reaction means a chemical reaction that takes place in our body of living being. So chemical reaction takes place in living being, that is called as a biochemical reaction. Digestion and the respiration are the good example for it. As well as in photosynthesis means photosynthesis is a biochemical reaction in which water plays a very active role. Water is one of the chemical required for the photosynthesis. Uses of water. Why water using means for drinking, washing hands, brushing, bathing, cooking, watering plant, etc. etc. So main sources of water. We need water for various purposes. The main uses of water can be classified for the agriculture use, household purpose, and as well as an industry. Agriculture, the largest uses of water around the world. Like all the plants, crops need water for photosynthesis, drawing minerals from the soil, transporting the substance from one part to the another part. They are also lose a lot of water by evaporation, mainly from the leaves. These loss of water known as an transpiration. So when there is a loss of water by evaporation from the leaves, they are called as an transpiration. They are called as an transpiration. You will get in the 2 marks. It is estimated that 69% of worldwide water used for irrigation with 15 to 35% of irrigation, withdrawal being unsustainable. Aquaculture is a small but growing agriculture use of water. So in agriculture, photosynthesis, drawing mineral from the soil, transporting the substance from the one part to the another part, and then there is a loss of water by evaporation from the leaves. They are called as an transpiration. These are the main uses for the agriculture. The soil must contain sufficient moisture to meet the need of the crop growing it. It may not rain enough for the soil to be sufficient moisture. That's why farmer need to irrigate the land. Huge amount of water are required for this process. Next one, industrial use. Why we need the water for the industrial means as a reactant, a substance take part in the chemical reaction. First taking part of the chemical reaction, that is called as a reactant, as well as a solvent. Steam is used for the production of electricity or for other purposes. Next, it is for disposal of waste and as well as a coolant. So industrial, it is estimated that 15% of worldwide water use in the industrial. The distribution of industrial water usage is varies widely, but as a whole is lower than agriculture use. So industrial are often set up of banks, rivers, because they need huge quantities of water. So today in the class we have discussed about water, sources of water, and then uses of water, agriculture, household, and as well as in industrial uses. Household, you all know that we use water for drinking, cooking, bathing, washing, cooling, gardening. We also use for watering for flushing toilet, cleaning, etc., etc. So these are the very important uses of water. For today's assignment, which is the most abundant compound on earth? What are the states in which water is present in nature? Is water lost when it is used? What did you understand from the transpiration? What are the sources of water? What did you understand a term reactant? Define biochemical reaction.